chapter 2, Mastery of Love, we talked about the loss of innocence. Can you explain to me a little bit about what it talks about? It mentions a little bit about the pre-domestication, right? And the emotional body. So what exactly are they talking about specifically?
The pre-domestication is what we were before society got to us, right? We would live to play.
Live to play.
Live to play. Love.
Yeah, but love wasn't an abstract concept. I think that's the word to use.
Yeah.
It wasn't like something that had much meaning. It was just something we embodied. We were. There was no like conditional love, unconditional love. We didn't break it down. It was just like, I love my mom, I love my friends, I love playing. And that has to do with your emotional body, which is, it wasn't the fine tune.
The frequencies that we receive from the outside world.
How you perceive the energy that's coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's your emotional body.
So to make it more personal, when do you think you lost your loss of innocence?
I'd probably say around between 5 and around 5. I think I lost my innocence. Kind of just and when I say that, I think about just the frequency that I would receive, around me at that time.
Yeah. And then after that, the author starts to talk about poison, right? So when does that start, and how he mentions in the book that it starts to build up in us. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
It was a really interesting concept of how we get our poison. What he's saying is that other people have poison and they kind of dump into us so they can relieve some of that poison from themselves. So people do it all the time, whether they're gossiping right now at this age. Everyone's talking about everybody else and whatever. That's basically what he's saying is poison. It's building up in you. It's the negative feelings, negative environments that you want to just get out of yourself. But you're unaware that by sometimes putting out other people, that person's poison is building up. Right?
In a way, he relates it in the book as a parasite, and we can get that from our family, our friends, and everything around us.
Yeah, but the parasite is already in us. So he's saying that that's something that's already given to us after we hit pre-domestication. Like after we get domesticated a little bit, we already start developing the parasite. And the parasite is negative self-talk.
So how do you avoid putting your poison that maybe you've received onto others?
I think it comes with, I think the remedy to that is honesty. Right, by when something affects you, just being honest in that moment, allowing yourself to feel, allowing yourself to say, hey, you're hurting my feelings right now, or you said something that hurt my feelings, or whatever it may be. Because I think poison develops when we're not being honest with ourselves or being honest in a situation.
And you
take that home,
it.
we repress it.
Yeah.
And then we tend to release that poison on people we're actually closest to. So we make the relationships that we're closer to more toxic by just bringing that home. Right, and then it makes a very hostile environment. It's not good. It's not healthy.
So if you can give advice to somebody right now, step by step, how would you tell them to gain back their loss of innocence? Because a lot of people have it, right? So, and it comes from different outlets for everybody. So everybody's going to have their own different, in a way, poison in them. But how would you be able to kind of tell somebody what are the steps?
Awareness. Step 1.
Yeah.
Aware that you have poison. Aware that there was a time in your life that you were happier and you were free. And understand that freedom's already here. It's just a mindset that keeps you trapped. Right? You're not actually trapped. It's a mindset. So I think awareness is number 1. If I had to give step 2, I'll be like, find what brings you joy and don't feel guilty about expressing it and loving it. And even if you're not a good singer, if you love singing, keep singing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's part of our pre-domestication, dancing and singing. If you look at kids, they're just always dancing, singing,
running around, pretending.
They have only joy in their hearts.
Right.
They don't know yet.
And then 3, tap into your imagination. Allow yourself to imagine vast worlds and limitless possibilities. Allow yourself to have big dreams and chase them.
And I think too, what he said is something important. Be honest. And be honest with yourself of where that poison came from, why you always react a certain way to something, anything, whatever. Like, if you get screamed at by somebody, your girlfriend or whatever, and you react the same way every time, you gotta figure out where that came from.
The wise words of Sonia, check yourself.
Check yourself. Check yourself.
And chapter, we talked about the loss of innocence and the emotional body. We came to the conclusion that you're always going to continue to lose your innocence, but you have to self-check yourself. So the question to you viewers is, when did you lose your innocence, and what are you doing to regain it back?
We are the Vibe Tribe Nation. Like, subscribe. We look forward to vibing out with you guys. But for now, she's just freaking us out for no reason. It's about to kill Kim.
I just thought that would be cute on
Oh my
camera.
god, I can see that. Come on, Joe. There was no bug. That would have went viral.